going to talk about how we are working on it and then what needs to be done for the next phase. So before we get to our project, I would like to provide just a very brief introduction of our agency. So South Coast HMD is a regulatory agency responsible for the quality for fuel for the counties including LA, Orange County, Riverside, and San Bernardino. And this region is home to more than 17 million people, about half the population of the entire state of California. So our agency is responsible for controlling the emission from primarily stationary and mobile sources. So basically 25% of greenhouse gas comes from the stationary sources, which include from the large power plant and refinery to the corner gas stations. And then the other 75% of greenhouse gas comes from the mobile sources, which is including cars, buses, trucks, and other different type of the off-road equipment as well. And then from these the emissions, the majority comes from the heavy-duty trucks. So this is the reason why we are working on the converting the conventional diesel and gas trucks into the zero-emission vehicles. So this is a snapshot of the history of our major demonstration project in the heavy-duty sector. So we started more than 10 years ago, and then basically we are supporting both hydrogen fuel cell technology as well as battery electric technology in this sector, heavy-duty vehicle sector. And then last few years we were more focusing on the battery electric heavy-duty trucks since the battery electric technology is slightly closer to the commercialization, but we are expecting that we are more working on the fuel cell technology next few years. And from 2019, we are working with the global OEMs such as the global truck OEMs such as Daimler and Volvo. And as you can see in the slide, the Daimler and Volvo Light project and the Carbon CC funded pilot project, those are the major, the largest scale battery electric heavy duty truck project we have done recently. So I'm going to start with the Volvo Light project. This project has been started from 2019, and then over the 3 years project period, we just completed about a month ago, and then we've got a lot of lessons learned and take-home messages from this project. And for 3 years, we have been demonstrating about 23 battery electric vehicles and 29 off-road vehicles with charging infrastructure, including the solar panels and energy storage. And this particular project is proof that the ability of battery electric technology to move the freight between the two large major port in the LA area, which is Port LA and Port Long Beach, to the warehouses in the Inland Empire, which is about 50 to 100 miles one way. And also, this project developed education and outreach components, which is very critical for the sustainable growth of this technology. From another aspect, this the project is very special because it is a very unique collaboration of about the 15 different entities. So these various entities are made of one team, including government agencies and truck OEM, the dealerships and ports, the fleet partners, and utilities and colleges. So under this project, each entity played each role. And then, as I mentioned in the earlier slides, not only providing the vehicle itself, but also this project provided the infrastructure with small-scale microgrid type of charging infrastructure, including solar panels and energy storage. And in colleges, they developed their own training program for the workforce to service the electric trucks, and then utilities and the fleet and ports, they are working together to install the charging infrastructure as well as the continuous the service using these battery electric trucks. So we've got a lot of very interesting the results from this project, but I only have 10 minutes, so I just want to share the very the
remarkable snapshot from this result. First of all, one of the major result is total cost of ownership of the battery electric truck. Mostly, the recent research and study about the total cost of ownership for battery electric or as well as other the new technology vehicles, they are mostly estimated based upon the hypothetical the primers. However, in this result, we have used the primer including the commercialized vehicles MSRP and charging infrastructure, construction costs for the charging infrastructure, and most of the primers based upon the real world. So we can get a lot of the practical and realistic value of each component from this result. And then just to summarize a brief summary of this TCO. So basically, the battery electric truck is different, more expensive than conventional diesel trucks. So, the range of 2 to 3 times expensive as the upfront cost, but they have much lower operating costs as well. So over the 10 years, the total cost of ownership, including upfront cost and the operational cost, is almost a par with the incentive program. So I would like to emphasize that the incentive program is really, really important to accelerate the deployment of this technology, especially in the early phase. And then in terms of the TCO, the two major cost factor is upfront cost of the truck and then insurance cost of the truck as well. So once we have the larger volume of the market of this technology, we definitely can expect that these two major cost factor will be reduced, and then we're going to see much earlier the even point between the battery truck and conventional diesel trucks. So I have this three word, the lesson learned for the vehicle from the vehicle side. The first word is the load capacity. So typically, battery electric truck is heavier than the conventional diesel trucks. So from the customer perspective, they will lose about 10 to 15% of the load capacity compared to diesel truck. However, some of customers they have volume limited product instead of weight limited product, so they are pretty okay with this limitation of load capacity from the weight perspective of the battery truck. And even other customers, they could take the smart the management of their the scheduling of the goods movement so that they can maximize their profit from the load capacity perspective. And then second word from the vehicle is the range. So state-of-the-art battery electric truck has about more than 200 miles right now. So and then once this truck operates 200 miles, we need at least a 30 to 1 hour charging up to the 80% of state of charge, and or a couple of hours for the 100% fully charged. So this is definitely the limitation of the battery electric operation compared to conventional diesel trucks. However, we can use the opportunity charging at the remote side and then smarter the scheduling of the battery electric from the fleet customers. We're going to take the benefit of battery electric truck as well. The last word for the vehicle is the performance. So we've got a lot of feedback from the customers that the battery electric truck performs really good. It has more torque, more power, but less noise and very clean. So we've got very positive feedback from the drivers and owner of the fleet. So that's definitely one of the biggest advantages versus diesel trucks.